Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Suyata. So this is a kit of part of the new series which is called as a Marvelous Museum, and we have a kit number MM001. It copies this bug, I would say, so it will be interesting to see what is actually included inside and why it might be an interesting deviation from all these military and civil kits which we are used to see in various scale. And by the way, note that this kit does not have any scale attached to it, so I'm not even sure what will be the most suitable size for it, but we will be able to see internals of this bug as well, so it's more of a robo bug, so it will be interesting to see this part. Here on the side you can see some caution notes. It's funny that it's written only in 2 languages, and here on the side we have price because I bought this kit, and here we have some information about the kit. So we have removable external shell, and all joints are designed to be movable, so you can replicate some different positions of this bug. So let's open it. It's a top opening box, as you can notice, and here we have sprues packed into separate plastic bags. As far as you can see, they're resealable, so it will be quite easy to open them. And you can notice that parts are molded out of several types or colors of plastic, which is also a handy feature for modelers who don't want to spend their time painting all these parts, but it would be kind of strange to get such kit and avoid painting at all costs. So do not be lazy, try to paint these parts for a bit, I would say, more interesting appearance. So here you can see that my camera is kind of confused with the white balance because these parts are more of a brownish color. Here you can see these external shells which will go on the rear section, and they are quite, I would say, nice because they're molded as a single piece parts. And if I flip it over, here you can see that inside we have also quite nice molding quality. And what I like also about these parts, I think these are actually the joints which will be making all the external parts movable, so you can see that they're also provided as a single piece elements, and they should be easy to install into the necessary spots. It's not a difficult task, let's say. Okay, next we continue with this plastic bag, so just give me a second to open it as well. I guess this element will be also placed into the rear section of this bag. So here you can see these parts. Oops. Let's zoom in a bit so that you can see them closer. And again, you can see that the amount of attachment points is reduced to the possible minimum, and I don't think it will be difficult to combine these parts. Let's flip them over. Yeah, because we have inside quite large positioning elements, so it's just a matter of combining them together, aligning them together, and you'll be good to go. But definitely you won't have any difficulties here as long as you pay attention to what you're doing. Next we continue with a mix of various sprues in one plastic bag. So again, I will open them in a second and we will check everything together. Okay, it is quite interesting packaging style because each sprue is packed into a separate fold, let's say, of this plastic bag. So first of all, here we have some parts for these movable joints, and I guess these ones will be internals because they're molded as a gray plastic. Here you can check also from the opposite side. Next we continue with a slightly bigger plastic sprue. So here we have various pipings and tubes, and also these circles which I guess will be installed in the frontal section of the bug. But still, it is a cool thing that these thin parts, they're also placed on the minimum amount of the attachment points, so you don't get a lot of them. And one more gray plastic sprue. Here we have parts for the frontal section as well. I guess the front section will actually combine these gray plastic parts inside, and it will be an interesting idea on how to expose them on the finished model. But that's not all. I'm opening the next plastic bag. I think you can hear it. So here we have dark reddish brown parts, and as you can see, these ones will be used for the frontal horn. And again, these are really large pieces. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have really sharp horns here, and if I flip it over here on the frontal section, we have again guiding elements. And what I'm a bit not sure is how to get the smooth joint between these two, because they should be they should look like a one piece part. So it might be a bit tricky to get them in a unified look. So maybe you can leave one aside and expose what is hidden inside. But again, it will be up to you whether you would like to do so. And next, just give me a sec. So next we proceed with set of these parts. I guess they're also used for the legs. And there are two of them. So I'm opening it right now. Just give me a moment. As far as I can see, each leg should be glued out of two halves. And then you have to use this one as an end of the leg, let's say. So let's zoom in a bit. Here you can check these parts closer. External features look fine. Maybe it would be a wise idea to play with weathering here. And if I flip it over, here you can check these parts from the opposite side. So pretty much the same design as what we saw on the previous parts. And it means large guiding elements which will help you with alignment. Okay. And one more sprue, which is quite small. Here it is. So just give me a second. I will open it and we will take a closer look. Okay, so here it is. It's the part which will be placed, I think, also in the nose section from what I can see on the box art, but we will check the assembly manual in order to be sure. And here from the rear or from inside you can see that we have again quite large guiding elements, so it will be hard to miss the right position. Note that kit does not feature any decals, and that's a bit strange in my opinion, because it would be cool to have them out of the box, maybe for some interesting marking, but nobody stops you from using your own decals. Maybe you would like to replicate some what if marking option. Of course, maybe some German or Soviet vehicle would be interesting version. But here we have assembly manual. So as you can see, it is printed as a color printed brochure with a small picture of the assembled kit here. And next we continue with caution note, and also please pay attention before the assembly, some tools which are recommended. And here we have parts map, so even small explanation where how to find the part number. So here we have parts map, as I said before. Obviously all parts will be used, and here we start from assembling these joints. I'm not sure where they will be employed, maybe for the frontal horn section, but here we continue. As you can see, a lot of parts will be actually joined together, so it would be a wise idea to see through, to plan which parts will be visible, so that these joints between two halves won't be noticeable in the finished model. Obviously professional modelers will be, let's say, interested in painting all this stuff, so that's why it's worth thinking through the whole assembly strategy. Here, for example, you can see some pipes getting attached on the frontal section. So this is still frontal section, maybe it's the engine of this bug. And here you can see some different parts getting installed here and there. This is more of a tank in my opinion, because it will be also placed in the rear section as far as I can see. So you can note that a lot of parts actually go onto this part. Here we have these external shells. And what is quite interesting is that here on the step 14 we start assembling legs. And again we have pretty much the same situation, so we have two halves joining together, and again you have to pay attention how they will be, how smooth the joint will be between them. Here you can see the installation process on the bug parts. Here we install the front shell, and what else is here? So we also join these two halves, two nose halves, with one panel from the lower side, and that's pretty much all. So we have also the moving check as the last stage because all the parts will be movable, even legs obviously, and that's pretty much all. So all in all, I think this is a quite interesting project for modelers who are fed up with all these typical subjects in whatever scale they prefer. So this kit has accessible price and it offers quite nice molding quality, so it's just a matter of careful assembly. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!